Talk.
Hello there. Hello, everybody. We fixed it. It broke itself. It wasn't Liam.
It had a right moment.
It did.
It went through the countdown, right? And then after it went through the countdown,
He went back
it
to
went
the-
back to the pre-screen and shut the sound off again. And I was like, oh, well, I don't want to do the countdown again. So I put it on the main camera, but then because I haven't pressed the automation, which starts the video, does a timer, and then unlocks all the sound's still locked off. So this is my own problem because I have everything on automations, on buttons. I have to make it Joe-proof, right? So when I press launch stream, the stream deck says, move to this page, start this video, count for as long as the timer is, which is however many milliseconds, switch to this switch to this scene, do this transition, and then bring up the audio levels.
Right.
It all does it for you. So you press one button, it does all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which is fine if it doesn't work. And then manually solving it is oh shit, I have to go over there and click a button to unlock the audio.
Solving problems has become the theme of the week.
I wouldn't call any of them solved right now. I need to make that announcement after the show, Toby, and I'm not excited about it. Good afternoon, you wonderful human beings. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this grim and miserable Tuesday afternoon here on the south coast of the UK. It's shit outside. It's raining. It's grim.
I can't wait for the walk to the shop.
I can.
Are we going to drive again?
I don't think it's that bad this time around. We'll see.
I bought a coat in case.
I am. I'm looking forward to summer, Toby. I keep trying to convince Luce to let me move somewhere that's got 12 months of summer.
I mean, that's going to be quite a commute to Hobby House.
You'll be fine. You'll cope. You'll cope. Theme of the week. It's only Tuesday. I know. That's how.
It's been a week.
That's how it's been. We are halfway through Tuesday. It's one of the weeks of all time.
Yeah, and I'm still the mop bucket has been emptied many times, but crying corder is still sodden.
It's sodden. Yeah. However, we're going to try and do something a little bit different today, and something a little bit more cheerful. And we'll talk about that. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash. Do I risk pressing the button? I press the button.
Here we go. Oh.
Is it going to work?
Hooray.
So this one transitions to a different screen. Look, starts the video, plays the video, waits for the timer, and you'll see in a minute that little blue box in the bottom left corner will move because it will transition to a different scene.
Yeah.
Ready, go.
Oh,
so it does it all for you, and everything's
fine. Everything's fine. I'm going to get that tattooed on my head.
Please make sure you smash all those magical YouTube buttons for us. You're amazing. If you haven't already and you're thinking about it, one of the best ways to support us is by becoming a member of the channel. If you become a member of the channel, you pay a small monthly fee. There's a ton of different benefits depending on what fee you pick. Some of the fees aren't small monthly fees, I might add, but there is a reason why the OnlyThanes is incredibly popular, and there's a lot of people in there because it's worth it. So have a look at those levels.
Not a cult.
If you're not already a member, think about becoming a member. If you're already a member, maybe look if you want to take another step up to the next level. Maybe go to Jarl's for a giveaway every single month. That'd be super helpful.
Well, what's the one where you get to ask people? Because you can ask me questions now. I've got a little bit in Discord.
I think that's Haskell's and above is where you can ask
that's
questions.
That's where you want to be.
Haskell's and above, you can ask questions of all the team members. There's like private ask threads. Someone put a question the other day asking me about the new True Metallic Metals from Vallejo, and I answered. So
you can ask Tom, how does he get his sultry tones so low?
Yeah. It's just because his balls are under his feet. And there's another reason to become a member, because we're going to create a new section in Discord. And I don't know at the moment the frequency of uploading to this section, so I'm not going to make a promise here, and I'm not going to add it to the kind of perks on YouTube right now. But we're adding another section to Discord whereby we're going to be uploading custom missions in the future that you guys can play and have fun on and have a go with. And actually, Toby and I are going to try and play a custom mission that he's written this evening on the channel. So that's what tonight's live game is going to be. Me and Toby are going to throw down. And we're going to try and play this custom scenario.
Yeah, we're going to play.
Is there a name for it?
There is a name for it. We're going to play Reactor Breach.
Reactor Breach is what we're playing tonight. And what we're going to do is we're going to play it on the channel. And once we played it on the channel, we're then going to put it in Discord.
I've got a PDF of all the rules. There's custom stratagems for it. There's a couple of potential restrictions, and there's some rules that you can either choose to add or not add. Works with most deployment maps, but we can go through all of that.
We'll stick it in Discord. Free to download. Can't charge you for it. Not allowed to charge you for it. That's illegal. Games Workshop get very upset about that, so it's free in Discord. But obviously, you have to be a member to get in Discord. But we're not charging you for the rules. They're free to download.
The rules are free.
The rules are strictly free, but you'd have to be a member to be able to get hold of them.
Yeah.
That's how I get away with the giveaway every month,
Yeah. Makes sense.
The Jarl's giveaway, if I charged you a ticket to buy an entrance to the giveaway...
Gamblings.
It's gambling, and then UK Gambling Commission gets upset with me. But if you get free access to it by being a Jarl, you haven't bought a ticket for the giveaway.
No, you haven't. It's just a perk.
Free click.
That's it.
I hate legalities. I hate all this fucking nonsense. Just let me do my thing. Anyway, what we'll do today is we'll talk about. We'll go through his mission. We'll talk about his mission. Toby can take us through it, and I want to ask him on his thought process as to why he did this and why he did that. And maybe you use our missions in the future. Maybe some of you go away and are a little bit more inspired to kind of create your own fun narrative missions.
I think so. I mean, for me, as I say, as fucking the narrative gatekeeper, as I've been named, I like ways to play that feel like we're taking part in a story. We're not just rolling dice, if that makes sense. So I like the table to feel like it has a bit of a life of its own, and by incorporating certain elements and certain rules that already exist and kind of scoping them towards certain plays, it means that the table and fate and the dice, it is a dice game, can have effects on these moments that could become catastrophic. Because the whole idea of reactor breach is that shit's going to hit the fan, and you kind of want it to, because that's where the game sort of tells it. Because if you've got an objective normally, you've got it until someone takes it off you. But what if the game decides that it doesn't want you to have it anymore?
Yeah,
and that rolls off. So I think that would be quite entertaining.
I think one of if we dive into this for a minute, actually, it's quite interesting. And I spoke about this before on the channel, and I'm interested to know what chat think. And if you've got any opinions on any of this stuff, stick it on postcards. Another great way of supporting us. And I should also mention you can gift memberships, and some people have already started. Which is amazing. We only got 42 yesterday, so we've only got to get 158 today.
Oh, sweet.
And then
I love it. Days that I'm here all day, it's there's only a small target, Toby.
Well, then there's another 100 tonight as well. So as long as we do 258 members in a day, we'll be fine. Anyway, so here's my thing, right? You said it's a dice rolling game, and that's one of the reasons why I love it. And I think what I love about a dice rolling game specifically is random chance.
Yeah.
The random chance something can happen. Which is also one of the reasons why I really dislike command point rerolls, because I don't like the fact that this cool thing can happen, which is a 1 in a whatever number.
Yeah, the 6 followed by 6. Yeah.
Right, the statistical improbability that it happens. And then you go, this amazing thing's just happened. And in editions gone by, it was and it's happened.
That's it.
And now you go, command point. So, and don't get me wrong, sometimes maybe some people would argue that it creates even more statistical anomalies, because the point which that guardsman levels his last pistol at an oncoming custodian terminator, and he takes that last. He hits him just, wounds him just, takes that last wound off him because he fails his 2-up save. And someone goes command point reroll, and there are the moments where they do that and roll it back into a 1, and the fucking universe celebrates.
But it is so statistically low, isn't it?
I know, and I don't like that.
No, I don't, and I don't know why they decided to bring that in, because in times past it was the most heroic moments. I remember in, I think it was probably 6th edition, playing maybe 5th in the Warhammer store, and they had a little sort of tournament-y thing going on, and a few of us were playing. But you say, the roar of eruption around the table. I was playing, and I was in the semi-final, right? And I was playing against Eldar, and I only had Marines. I didn't have any tanks or anything like that. So I had one, in my tactical squad, I had one Marine with a rocket launcher, and I could only glance the Falcon, and I'd have to roll a 6 to kill it. And I had no other way of dealing with it, and I did it. And it was just yes, a sweet victory, because it was so unlikely. But to have had that and then be he's done it. I've re-rolled my save.
Yeah, you're right.
You'd be you robbing bastard.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I miss some of that. And I think that because of tournaments and stuff, and I don't have an anti-tournament rhetoric, and I don't have an anti-tournament kind of stance. I don't have an anti-tournament player stance. But because of tournaments, what they've done is they've worked quite hard actually to remove a lot of anomalies.
Yep.
So a lot of things people do now when they build tournament lists, they can build it into being a rather reliable source of X. So a reliable source of anti-tank, or a reliable source of anti-monster, or whatever. And so you get to a point where, and I'm guilty of it, fire dragons. Well, if I get that unit of fire dragons out there and I point all of them at that tank, it is dead.
Yeah, but that's why you're taking them, right? Because that's your anti-tank. It's rock. I mean, Warhammer is essentially now rock, paper, scissors.
But there is a difference, I think, statistically, or specifically, there's a difference between it should be dead and it is dead.
Yeah.
Right? And so getting a unit of fire dragons out and going, I should kill that tank, I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Getting them out and going, I will kill that tank, I'm less comfortable with that. I know it sounds silly, but the second you get out, you go, cool, I'm going to reroll all hits, reroll all wounds, I'm AP, you don't get a save, I'm D6 plus 3 damage, and I can reroll all my damage as well. It's ridiculous. And it's not just the unit, it's a combination of things like leaders that then make things different, and then stratagems that give you extra, and you go,
Yeah.
I pile this thing on this thing on this thing on this thing, and then I know that thing's going to die.
Yeah.
I'm guaranteeing the result. And tournament players love to guarantee a result because they can be more efficient with their army. So they can go, I know that if I spend that resource on that unit, it will do this thing. I know it will do that thing, which means I don't have to allocate any other resource to it, which means they can do other things. I get it. It becomes essentially chess. You know exactly what your rook can do.
Yeah.
You know what your bishop can do in chess. You know exactly what it can do. You know what it's capable of, so you don't necessarily need to allocate other resources. But I miss the randomness.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I love Heresy so much, because especially in Heresy 2.0, which I was learning to play, is that it's designed to give you those moments. Because, like, and I like the fact that a bolter is not going to harm a Spartan.
Yeah.
You know, like, and now you can get around it, like, you know, a guardsman can wound a knight on a 6.
I like it.
He might get through that bit of, like, tube or something like that. And I'm like, I liked it when it was like, no, it's not going to die.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm like, you literally go. And again, it makes sense to me. Like, you know, when you have like, and it doesn't make sense to me. And this is why I like Heresy, right? So if a tech thrall, so essentially a toaster with legs and a laslock gun from Admech or Mechanicum in Heresy, was to go and fight Fulgrim, he literally can't even hit him. Do you think Fulgrim's going to let this toaster slap him? He's like, get the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I love that. But I think it's a completely different conversation topic. And I won't take us down that rabbit hole, but actually, you know what, let's. Do
you know, it's one of the, so I really do love 4th edition OS.
Yeah.
Categorically. But the one thing I don't like about it is the flat to wound roll.
Yeah, I don't know why that ever came in. But my point is that the narrative of 40k and then the game, which is probably slightly led towards a more competitive edge in this edition, I would say. I think that's a fair assumption.
That's reasonable.
In turn, the balance of narrative and the balance of the game will never work, because a guardsman, likelihood of a guardsman taking out a marine is so fucking slim. And if we were then to try and balance it, the only way you're doing that is with points, because it's a D6 game and you don't have enough scope to change that, is you're going, okay, well, look at Space Marine 2. 3 Marines basically took out fucking half a hive fleet. So on the game, am I going to bring Titus and the Wardens of Ultramar, and you're going to bring 2,000 points of Tyranids where a bug is probably half a point? So that's how you would balance it to be in the narrative. And that doesn't work. And as the gatekeeper, I'm allowing the gate to open. I can't keep that. It won't work.
So because the Dragon says the flat to wound roll in AOS makes the game so much quicker. It does. And I'm not saying it's a bad mechanic. I'm not saying they shouldn't do it. I'm not saying I have a better way of doing it. Nor am I saying it makes it a bad game. It makes it, the game is good, and and I like how quick the game is. And this is where I have to be careful myself, because like things like to wound rolls, strength versus toughness, I prefer the old days where, as you say, a las gun doesn't wound a knight. Because armor 14 and strength 3, there's no dice roll you can make.
I mean,
matches.
instant death was my favourite thing ever.
Right, and I miss instant death. But I think there is a line that we have to draw somewhere between the rules that essentially demonstrate realism versus what's good for the health of the game. And I don't think it can be denied that for AOS at least, the wound roll seems to be good for the health of the game. It plays really nicely, it plays really smoothly. But I also don't like the idea that a cruel boy with his little stabber who wounds on 4s wounds everything on 4s. It doesn't make sense to me, because when he walks up to Nagash and goes, I don't think they're going to fuck off, no thanks, right? Do you know?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Or if if he's up against one of them battle cabbages in the Auric Warclan dudes,
and he's like, I still wound you on a 4.
Yeah, I still wound you on a 4. Okay, you're a giant armored fucking dragon lizard man. No, doesn't matter.
And some rules, like I get it when you've got like a cavalry unit and it gets like +1 damage or rend on the charge or something like that. But when you get +1 to wound on the charge and things like that, you're then like down to like wounding on a 2 or something like that sometimes. And you're like, hang on a minute, like you're wounding a knight on it. If you're going into like a Cities of Sigmar blooming, Fusilier, fine, wound him on a 2. But a giant, King Grodd.
It's the same for 40k as well, actually, because post 7th, I think it was post 7th, we came away from Ballistic Skill and we moved towards a flat to hit roll.
Yeah.
Which in essence is the same principle. And I do you know what? For the most part, I think shooting is a flat hit roll. I haven't got a problem with it at all.
I think it's actually a fair way of being like, look, orcs love a fight. they're not great at shooting, so they're probably hitting on 5s.
But so a flat to hit roll, I'm okay. I'm comfortable with it. I like that. That's fine. Then when we get to a flat to hit roll in melee, I then have a problem.
Oh, yeah, we've discussed this before, yeah. Because,
back to Fulgrim, Master Bladesman, Demon Primarch, and Eldrad, it's 1 or 2. Well, actually, Eldrad's probably a bad example because he's an elf and they're fucking pretty quick. But you get what I'm saying? Like, a normal Space Marine captain will hit him on a 2. You fucking wouldn't. A normal Space Marine captain's getting battered into oblivion.
They start to try and rectify that by going, okay, well, certain units have got -1 to hit and things like that. But do you know what? Another thing that I don't really like, and I think Say Hi Paul actually had for a while his custom rules in his channel where he didn't put the +1, -1 modifiers capped in place. So
it never used to be a thing.
No, and I preferred that because I was like, if someone is like that good at avoiding stuff. Do you remember hitting flyers? Whenever you see a flyer on the table, you'd be like, fuck. Guess I've got to try and roll some 6s. And then because it's like a vehicle, you're then trying to wound it. This is going to be a fucking waste of time.
In terms of writing cool missions, if you want to write some for yourself, Jack, one of the things I'd encourage you to do is to think about bringing in a level of randomness and a level of crazy. And when Toby goes through his mission, which I'm going to ask him to do in just a moment, you'll see that's sort of what he's done for part of it. I've skimmed it. I haven't read it properly. I figured I'd absorb it properly during this stream right now. But I think that it's... what we did last week with, I think it was Joe and Tom and the penis, the missile penis.
My rocket.
Yeah. Toby's
red rocket.
Toby's red rocket was a cool narrative mission, and it was cool. And I liked the fact that it would go out and then come back in if it was controlled by someone else. And I thought that was a kind of cool concept. And they literally made it up last minute before the game went live, and it was a fun mission. I think it was fun to play. And I genuinely mean that. But there was not enough randomness going on anywhere else on the board. It was kind of all focused around one specific location, and I think that's a learning point for us about trying to have kind of more engagement across the tabletop and give it more than one dimension.
Yeah,
I think that last Thursday felt quite one-dimensional. Again, tons of fun, really enjoyed it, but quite one-dimensional.
So this is the thing, because obviously you look at the big wall is a great example because you're like, it's got a fucking gate, someone's got to guard the gate. That's great. It looks really fun. It's fun to play, but it becomes a little bit one-dimensional in regards to, well, if you're really fucking... If Tau are defending the gate, and the gate's one side of the table, and World Eaters are the other side of the table, and you're like, oh, the World Eaters have got to run at the Tau gate. It's not a great time for the World Eaters, is it?
No.
It's
not really.
It's like, haha, laughs in rail cannon.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to run anyway.
They're going to run anyway, yeah. But so I've tried to sort of like do this.
I've thought about that. I've got a load of berserkers in my garage at home that are all sprayed red.
Yeah.
And now I've got the Vallejo aged metal.
Oh, it's really good.
That might be
good. Those if you want looking for some new metallic paints, the Vallejo True Metallic Metal range is very, very good. Very, very good. But
sorry, carry on.
I've lost my train of thought. But yeah, so like when I was trying to come up with this first mission, because I want to create some missions that feel like they're fair and they're not themed necessarily around terrain. So when I go through it, I'll explain some of the thought process of what I was doing. I've also tried to make it so that it's fair and that the optional plug-in rules. So it's almost like you've kind of got your burger, and it's like if you want the fries and drink, you can have them or you can leave them.
Yeah.
And that way you can play it your way. You know, it wasn't designed with a specific deployment map in place because I think, again, it allows for more variation. But what I wanted to do was go, if there is an element of this that is random or could be conceded to be one-sided, I don't want it to come from the armies or the players. I want it to come from the table reacting to what's happening. And that way you feel like it doesn't matter how well you kind of strategize, there is an element of risk and an element of reward that is being dictated to by the table and by the mission.
Yeah, I think risk versus reward is one of the things that makes it the most fun and the most engaging.
Yeah.
To be fair. So, do you want to take us through the mission?
Right, okay. So you have to bear with me, I'm going to read it. So I've done this where you can't see it yet, but there's like a little bit of red. Red is narrative, text and flavour. There's a bit of that between each sort of section to kind of give you a bit of vibe.
You're going to read it all out?
I'm going to read it all out.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So this is called Reactor Breach, a narrative mission for Warhammer 40,000 10th edition. So,
don't forget, if you're a member of the channel, this will be available for free to download in Discord.
Yep, very, very easy. And I think it's really well explained as well, but I can tweak before we get to
And we only need 158 members to catch up from yesterday, so that it becomes an okay start to the week, because yesterday Here specifically as well was a fucking catastrophic.
It was a hard day yesterday.
I need some help, people. All right. I don't like asking for help.
I mean, and also what we could do is when you become a member, or if you're a member and you want the rules and things like that, is like what you can do is I'm happy to take suggestions, and then if we can come up with some like community based missions, I'm happy to kind of take those away and kind of develop them into some ideas.
Yeah, especially you stick on Super Chats, he'll literally take an idea and then it might not be the exact way that the mission, because we need to make it make sense.
Exactly.
It's got a balance, right? So Toby's time of sales. Yeah, go for it. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Here we go. So reactor breach. So emergency lumens strobe across and crackled adamantium bulkheads as klaxons scream their warnings. Containment fields gutter and fail, while machine spirits howl in binary agony. The reactor core is dying, and it will take an entire facility with it. Across the installation, reactor control nodes and unstable teleport nexuses flare with dangerous energy. Every decision risks catastrophic collapse.
Catastrophic.
So it's a mission overview. So it's 2 players, incursion or strike force game. Battlefield is your standard 44x60, but you could do it on an agreed size battlefield, and it lasts for 5 rounds. So your first optional rule is going to come in now, and this is the narrative army restrictions. Players are encouraged to use a Highlander restriction for characters. Only one of each character datasheet may be included in the army. In addition, the command point reroll stratagem cannot be used for this mission. So they are optional.
Yeah!
So you don't have to imply that, but it is there to imply if you want it to feel a little bit more thematic, take away some of the risk and take away some of the reward. Let the dice tell the story. So the narrative for that is: in the breach zone, there are no second chances. Ammunition is expended, systems fail without warning, and fate is decided in single catastrophic moments. So the battlefield. This mission is designed to function on any battlefield layout. Ideally, environments include space hulks, collapsing forge complex, void stations, or arcane installations where the battlefield itself is hostile. So I wrote this in mind of thinking it would be really cool to be like on side of space hulk that's essentially going into orbit, like, coming apart, arc Simon kind of stuff. But it would work as like a Mechanicum facility. You could make it work with most of your types of terrain layout. So primary objectives. So this is where we get into the flux of how this works. So the primary objective is the reactor control nodes. There are 5 reactor control nodes representing vital control panels, cogitator shrines, or arcane interfaces fed directly from the failing reactor core. So, part 1. Players roll off. The winner places the first node. Then we alternate. 1 node is placed in each deployment zone. So whether or not you want to place your one in my deployment zone.
You mean you don't have
first?
just perfectly equidistant objectives?
So we're going back to like Maelstrom. We're going back to that, right? So you and I roll off. Whoever wins the roll off is going to place 3 reactor nodes. I'll place 2. We have to do 1 in each deployment zone, and the other 3 have to be in no man's land, and they have to be at least 9 inches away from each other. So standard, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm into it.
And then, a bit more narrative. Each node hums with barely contained power. Warning, runes, flare brighter as the battle escalates. So here's how the reactor control nodes work. So detonation rolls. In your command phase, for each reactor node you control, roll 1d6. If the result meets or exceeds the value shown for the current battle round, the node detonates. So on round 1, it would detonate on a 6+. On round 2, a 5. In 3, a 4. In 4, a 3. And on the last battle round, on a 2+, the node's detonating. On battle round 5, the player scores at the end of the turn as opposed to in their command phase, right? Standard.
Normal.
Yeah. So, the detonation effect. When a reactor control node detonates, all units within 3 suffer D6 mortal wounds. The reactor in the control node is then removed. So, it blows up.
And you lose the objective.
Yeah, well, this is it. So, scoring. So, players begin scoring primary victory points from battle round 2. At the end of your player turn, you score 5 victory points for each reactor control node you control, up to a maximum of 15 points. If a unit was in 3 of a reactor control node during battle round 1, due to abilities such as infiltrate or scout, you do not score, but you must still make a detonation roll. So you could scout onto your 2 objectives, turn 1, the game starts. If you roll a 6, that objective's going to go.
Okay.
So it's unlikely because we're in the early stages of the facility collapsing.
When do you do the roll?
So you do it in the start of your command phase.
Right. So then you can't score it if it goes away?
No.
Oh.
So you can't score turn 1 anyway. But the way it works is, so if we go to catastrophic loss, which is the next rule. So a unit, you might be looking at the old version of that, by the way. There's a newer version I'm reading from.
Yeah.
So if a unit controlling a reactor control node is destroyed as a result of the node's detonation, you do not score the victory points for the reactor control node for that turn. After resolving the detonation, the reactor control node is removed from place. So, for example, if you've got 10 wounds worth of models holding a control node, and it blows up, and you take 6 mortal wounds, because you would still have models left, you would score it. If you had three wounds left controlling that objective, and the mortal wounds remove your unit, you don't score it. So you'd have to have someone who would have been left to kind of do what they could to try and hold the breach, if that makes sense, right?
But then if it's gone off, then it's gone anyway.
Well, so you would score that turn, but you wouldn't be able to score it in subsequent turns.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, I'm with you.
Cool. So...
Right. I mean, I think it makes sense when we play it. I think it makes sense.
It's basically, you score normally at the start of your turn.
You don't
right?
so you score in the command phase.
Yes. So you score.
At the end of the command phase.
Correct, right.
But you're blowing up at the start of the command phase.
Yes, but if your unit is wiped from the detonation, you can't control it.
Of course, but you can't because it's gone anyway.
Yes, but you can still have the points.
But you score at the end of the command phase and it blows up at the start of the command phase.
Well, we can tweak it. Either way, I thought it made sense that if, for example, if you treat
just picking holes in
you just fucking right. I'm fucking off. See you later. Love this. Yeah, great. Spent all this time,
and then sit down with an autist.
And then sit down with an autist. So so the narrative of it is, if we think about it, it's like, so if we know the ship is going to explode, if it's a spaceship, right? You may be able to pull some data from that, even though it's about to fry itself.
Yeah, of course.
So that was my thinking, is like, you may have been able to slow the rest of the components slowing down, even though that part of the objective is gone.
Yeah.
So,
here for it. But a slight tweak to timing there, and it works.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have the last rule, which is voluntary detonation. At the end of your command phase, you may deliberately overload a reactor control node you control. All units within 3 suffer D6 mortal wounds. The controlling unit suffers a flat 6 mortal wounds, and then the node is removed. So if you want to stop me taking your objective, because you're like, I know he's going to charge me on that objective, and he will kill me, you can be like, nah, fuck it. Blowing it up. I'm going to take 6 mortal wounds on my unit, and if I've got anything nearby, they're going to take D6. But you literally cannot take the objective from me at that point.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite fun.
I like it. I'm into it.
So that's your primaries. That's how the majority of the mission works like that. And there's a couple of stratagems that kind of like tie in with that. So I'll touch on the ones that are kind of relative to that. So there's an energy shutdown. For 1 CP, once per battle, when you would make the detonation roll for reactor control node you control, you may choose not to make the roll. So you can basically spend a command point and be like, I'm not going to roll on turn 5, that 2+, for this to blow up, because I do need to kind of keep that objective.
Okay.
Right?
Cool. I'm into it. Makes sense as a stratagem.
Yeah. And then...
But it does remove some of the randomness.
It does a little bit, but it's only once per game. So by that point, and with the secondaries I put in place, I think it kind of gives you a little bit of swing. Another one that is related to the primaries is overload the core. In your command plays, select 1 reactor control node you control, add 1 to detonation rolls. So rather than like a 2-up, so on turn 5, it's going to just go off. Or in like turn 3, rather than going off on a 4-up, it'll go off on a 3-up. It detonates, but increase the blast radius to 6 inches. So every unit within 6 is taking D6 mortal wounds at that point. So it's an absolute clusterfuck at that point. And then again, it's removed from play. So you end up in a position where, if you wanted to, the 2 people could, by the end of like turn 3, you could have removed all the objectives. And then it's like, well, we're in the shit now.
Yeah.
And then what I'll do is I'll touch on the secondary objectives before I talk about the teleporting mechanic. So secondary objectives, you're going to get 5 points for each one. Very straightforward. So 5 VP for destroying an enemy unit turn 1. So classic first strike. 5 VP for destroying the enemy warlord. And my favourite one is 5 VP if your warlord survives the battle.
Well, that means that if you've got 5 VP for kill a warlord and 5 VP for your warlord living, it's a 10-point swing.
Yeah.
So if I keep my warlord alive, I get 5, you don't get 5.
Yeah.
They're not doing the same thing?
Well, no, because if I kill your warlord, yeah, I get 5.
Yeah.
And if my warlord is still alive, I get another 5.
Right.
So I've got 10.
Yeah.
If you kill my warlord and your warlord is still alive, you would get 10, right?
Right, yeah.
But if I kill your warlord and you don't kill my warlord, you haven't got those 5 points, but I have.
Right.
So in the world where
what happens if the warlord blows up because of a nexus exploding? No one killed the warlord.
Well, I think you just dictate that he's dead. The point is that, like, I might not have slayed him, but he's not on the battlefield anymore.
Yeah, he has perished.
He has died.
He's an ex-warlord.
So that's the core mechanics of it. Basically, shit's going to blow up. The longer the game goes on, the more likely it is to explode.
Yeah.
So alongside that, I have plugged in another set of what I think is quite interesting, which is basically teleporting. So it's under the battlefield distinction rule. So this is another plug-in rule if you want it. The relay nexus nodes. So relay nexus nodes represent unstable teleport gates, emergency warp relays, dimensional apertures, or arcane transitional engines embedded within the structure. These devices flicker in and out of phase, offering rapid redeployment at the risk of horrific failure.
Horrific failure.
Okay.
Not just failure, horrific failure.
So I've listed this in steps 1 to 12 of how it all works. All of it's very, very clear. I'll read it in order so we go through. So by default, there are exactly 2 Nexus relay nodes. Additional roads can be added if you agree. So we can go, should we put 2 down? Cool. Do you want to put 4 down? Yeah, why not? Each relay nexus node uses a 40mm base, the same size as an objective marker. So that's how you kind of work it out. You can put one down for like a marker down. After all reactor control nodes are placed, we set up the relay nodes, and whoever won the objective placement places the first one. So once we've done our 5, if you won the roll-off, so I've just placed number 4, you placed number 5, you then get to place the first control node for the teleporters. So that's how they go down. And then each player must place one relay nexus node in their half of the battlefield. So when you place yours, it's on your half, I place mine on my half. And if we had a third one, you could then place it. At the start of your command phase, one eligible unit within 3 can teleport. So they go from one to the other. Remove that unit and set it up within 6 of the destination relay nexus, so the other one, and not within 3 of an enemy model. After teleporting, roll 1d6. On a 4+, you suffer d3 mortal wounds to represent the fact that this is unstable technology. If the unit would arrive with an engagement range of an enemy unit, so say that I've tried to screen off the teleporter, and this is one thing I like, is with deep strike, right? Terminators don't care if you've got a string of termagants like that. They're going to fucking land there anyway.
They'll land it in you.
Exactly right. So to represent that, and using rules that already exist, if a unit would arrive with an engagement range of an enemy unit, you take a desperate breakout test. And then you might take a little bit more damage, but you can still do it.
Yeah.
Right? And then a unit that teleports cannot declare a charge the same turn it arrives unless it uses the desperate translation stratagem. And I'll just cover that now quickly, which is 1 CP. In your charge phase, if a unit teleported using a relay nexus this turn, that unit may declare a charge. After declaring the charge, it suffers d6 mortal wounds. Because again, you're rushing, right? So you're taking these risks of being like, I want to get through that teleport and I'm going to charge that unit. I might take damage from actually teleporting. I'm going to take a little bit of damage from actually trying to charge straight out of it.
Okay.
Because again, like
D6 after taking D3 sounds like quite a lot.
you might not take D3 though, because that's a 4 up to take D3.
Okay.
We could always make it, you take an additional D3, for example.
Yeah.
So you could take, on a 4+, you could take D3 for using it, your teleporter, and if you charge, you're going to take D3.
Yeah.
So you will take D3, but then you may only 50-50 take D3 on the actual teleport use. So that's the 3 stratagems covered anyway. So the relay nexus nodes, the teleporters become active from turn 2. So you can't use it turn 1. And that's that. So you can plug that rule in, or you can't not. You don't have to. But that's it. So, victory conditions are very straightforward. I prefer this. It's a case of whoever's got the most points wins, unless you table me. If you table me, you've won.
But what if I haven't got the most points?
But if you table me, I can't do anything.
So if you've got the most points in back round 5 and I table you, I still win?
I think so. I think that's how war works. Am I wrong?
No, not entirely. No, absolutely not.
Again, but that was I say. Like we haven't had a chance to actually sit down and go through that until that was like Liam's first time through.
I mean, you told me the core concepts,
Yeah.
and I skimmed it, so I hadn't read it properly. And my rules writer brain kicks in.
Yeah.
And it's not a particularly accomplished rules writer brain. I play tested for like 2 years for GW. But otherwise, in terms of core concept, although tweaks maybe to when scoring happens or how many more wounds are taken, core concepts, I think it's fucking brilliant. I love it. I love random outcome stuff where there's a gamble and there's a thing, like I've said this before about detachments and stuff in 40k. Something I'd love to see more of in 11th edition is here's a thing that you can have which is good. It's really fucking good. Like, I want that thing. But to have that thing, you've got to have this thing. I think, for me personally, I think Dark Pacts is one of the best detachment rules or army rules they brought out in 10th edition.
Yeah, because it's like
You can have sustained or lethal. You don't have to have sustained or lethal. If you go for it, you could take damage.
yeah.
I love that trade-off. I think that's fucking beautiful. And I know Joe hates it because it's one of the only detachment rules or army rules in the game where there is a negative side to it. And I get it. Like, it doesn't feel like they're all created equally.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
the fact that you have that trade-off, the fact that you have that, I want to do this cool thing, but I might suffer if I do, is beautiful to me. I think that's fucking wonderful. I'd like to see a lot more of that in the future. And I think with your mission, it's sort of similar, isn't it? I want to go and hold that objective, but I could take damage. I want to use that teleporter because it could yeet me over there, but I could take damage.
Yeah.
You know?
And like the reason I put in like it's really hard to kind of get 2,000 points, especially with the way certain armies are, where you know, and even with Highlandering just characters. But for me, the idea of this and the option to have it plugged in as one of the rules is not doing command point rerolls and only having one Space Marine captain. It removes the likelihood of being like, well, you know, I'm going to get all my really brutal combinations all the time. And it makes it feel a little bit more, I think, a little bit more balanced. Now, again, like you could, for like, it's not saying you can only have one character, it's only one data sheet each time, right? So, you know, whether or not you want to go pedantic down the line and be like, well, I'm going to have one Gravis captain.
Right, exactly.
That's different. But what it does stop doing is going, I'm going to take X, Y, and Z with, you know, 3 jump pack captains and 3 units of Death Company and jump packs and removing that to a degree.
What I want, chat, is I want to hear your opinions. You can talk about the mission that he's just read out to you. You can. The thing is, last Tuesday I was off because was it last Tuesday? Yeah, it was last Tuesday. I was off, and they did a poll. So Paddy and Joe played a kick the shit out of each other game, and Tom was on the deck, and they made the fatal mistake, the 3 competitive players, of running a poll about what you guys would rather see in the future. Would you rather see more tournament play, which I'm sure all 3 of them were begging and hoping you'd all go, yeah, definitely, or would you see more fun, chill, narrative games? And the result was quite overwhelming. The result was quite categorically casual, fun, enjoyable stuff, not tournament dick kicking, which I'm sure crushed all 3 of those people. And so this is what we're trying to work to do in this year. And I think that when 11th edition comes, we'll obviously be playing its new missions and its new mission sets. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to keep this going. I'd like to keep bringing in narrative nights, where we don't stick to a specific mission set, which is very rigid and very... Because I just feel like it's okay, your turn to do some actions, you've got some points now, and it's my turn to do some actions, and I've got some points. And I don't love it. And so you guys have asked for this, and so I'm like... cool, let's go for it. Toby went away. I didn't ask him to do this. He went away and did this off his own back and wrote this mission. And I'm like, let's fucking use it. Let's play it. You've asked for it. Let's do it. So give us your opinion. Stick it on postcards. We're also only on 7 members, which is not 158.
It's 151 less than where it needs to be.
Yeah. So if you want to support us, who did that poll working while listening? That was Tom, Paddy and Joe. So if you want to support us,
Tuesdays,
all the gifted, if 170 people right now all gift, oh my god,
there you go.
If most of 170 people now gift 1, we'll get to the 158 we need to catch up from yesterday's absolute and complete catastrophe. I am going to say right now, however, I'm going to jump ahead and say a massive shout out to the man themselves. He's been at Las Vegas this last weekend.
Was he?
Yeah, for a team event, I think, as well. Oh. Very jealous. The legend that is Mr. John McCardle.
He always comes in when you need him.
With 50 gifted. It's fucking squeaky bum time this month, mate, I'll be honest. I submitted my tax return this morning.
You left it well late. I did mine ages ago.
No, my accountant had finalised it ages ago.
Oh, right, you didn't want to pay
so
it.
my accountant had it finalised in July.
Oh, you didn't want to pay it.
I just didn't want to submit it, so I didn't have to pay it.
That's fair.
And then HMRC sent me a message going, don't forget to file your tax return. And I was like, oh, I don't want to. And I did, and it's...
Did he just do it again?
He did it again. I wanted to cry this morning.
I mean, you were crying most of yesterday.
I had a mini... well, I shouldn't... No, I will. I'll talk about it on air. I had a mini breakdown last night after the gym.
Oh.
So, and it wasn't very nice. And I went in and I made my protein shake, and I went into the cupboard. We've got high up cupboards in our kitchen where Luce keeps all the... Well, not all, just keeps some of the food and stuff. And I went up just to get a tin of mackerel for some fish and some omega-3 and some protein.
Delicious.
And
That'd make me cry, Liam, if I'm fair.
And I knocked a pack of pasta, like a 17 pence pack of pasta, like spaghetti things, and it fucking went everywhere. And I sat there. I think I sat at the kitchen table and cried for half an hour. Luce was just sat there. She made me a cup of tea. She just sat there holding my hand going, I don't know what to do. And I was like, I don't think you can help me right now. Fucking
Another
horrendous.
bag of 17p pasta.
And we didn't end up going to bed until midnight because I was like, I can't function. Anyway, that's how my week started. John, thank you for 50 more gifted, 100 gifted memberships from John. 100 gifted memberships. Did you want to give him a Toby hope? A taupe?
Oh, I just got a lot of love for John McCard.
You've not met him yet, have you?
I can't. I mean, I would say, you know, like he's like Heresy Santa to me, because he's like, and I fucking love Heresy, and like not a lot of people over here are as into Heresy as I am.
I am utterly desperate to get into Heresy, and I'm hoping you might be my gateway, because Joe's promised Heresy for ages, and he's got a lot to paint, so I'm not criticising him here, but Joe has promised Heresy for ages, and he gets distracted by painting 40k Space Marines, which is fine. Like I'm not whinging about it. To be clear,
the studio's got a lot of 40k.
At the moment, I really fucking love Space Marines, so it's fine. But yeah, so oh my fucking word.
Well, I think we've caught up now. What a legend, John. Absolute fucking hero, dudes. Yeah, come over and just have a hobby house. We'll get the wall out.
If John comes over for Hobby House, right, he doesn't pay for coffee for that weekend.
Fucking damn right. And you can use fucking any of my Heresy armies, which is 1 and a bit currently.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Mechanicum though.
He's probably got it himself anyway.
I know, but he doesn't have to bring it then, does he?
No, well, no.
He hasn't got a wall.
He hasn't got a wall. He wants to play on the wall.
Does he?
He wants to play on the wall. He's told me that. So hey,
do you know what we could do? We could print John a wall.
We could print him a wall. How he'd get it home?
I don't know. Just don't bring a suitcase, John. Don't bring any clothes.
Yeah,
and we'll just pack it in the 3D bits.
Get on the plane naked.
I mean, what a hero, John! Absolute hero. I'm currently doing Iron Warriors for Heresy, John. I'll send you some pictures. I want to do a Heresy army, and I don't know what I want to do. I was looking on the website the other day after starting New Army Dark Angels. Yeah, and the Heresy Dark Angels miniatures, like the thingy knights and whatever. Oh yeah. Oh my god, they're beautiful. Yeah, they're nice. They're nice. Some of them suffer a little bit with scale creep, but not too bad. I mean, what's his name? Corswain's fucking great model. Yeah, Corswain's really nice. Even the lion in 30k is quite nice. You know, they're fucking black armor with red fucking bits. You love them colours. I love those colours, David. You fucking love those colours. Oh, Jesus Christ. I know you've been away for a couple of weeks, mate, but you don't have to make up for all of it. It's fine. I'm taking so much pleasure in it happening a stream I'm here and not Joe. I'm basking in John's wonderful gaze today. Will there be intro games available on Hobby House up and running? Yes. Yes, there will absolutely be, of some description. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to some degree, open up options to use stuff that we have up here. So if someone's like, I want to learn to play 40k, but actually I'm really interested in World Eaters, there is a world where I can get some berserkers and stuff from the Channel Army. Don't Lord of Cinder, because I'm fucking on the edge all the time at the moment. And honestly, the mop can't really take much more for the tears. It was just general uncontrollable sobbing last night. We happened to get that. I know. Half an hour of it as well. And poor old Luce, because I'm normally the fucking... You're the rock. I'm the tough whatever one. Yeah. And she was like, I don't know what to do. I love that out of all the shit that planet Earth threw at us yesterday, it was the fucking pasta. But isn't that what it is? It's like your glass was literally like filtered at the top, and the pasta just tipped over the edge. So I went up to reach for the macro, right, and I nudged the pasta, and it went to fall, and I grabbed it, I caught it, and I put it back on the shelf. And then as I went and grabbed the macro, it just went itself anyway, and it hit the side, and it went everywhere. And as I went to pick up my fucking hat, I was like, and Luce was like, "Are you all right?" I was like, "No, I'm not all right. I'm not okay." Oh my lord, Lord of Cinder. So Chapter Master Ballsack's coming with 50. Lord of Cinder's coming with 50. We've almost done the day's target. And caught up from last night. I mean, maybe I just need to come on more often. It's been absolute legends. To explain as well, and obviously, like I said, sticking your super chats about the mission. I know this is insane generosity, and I'm very, very, very grateful because January is a rough month anyway. January for all YouTubers. I know people in the YouTube space who don't do Warhammer content. They do video games and stuff like that. And we talk relatively frequently, and they all say the same. January, February is awful for creators. It's awful.
It just so happens in the UK that we have to pay our self-assessment tax bills in the January at the same time, which
It's almost
is not
like they
nice.
thought about it, isn't it?
Which is fine. So John's just said he'll match the next 50 as well. So it's fine that that's the case. But with what we're building here, and I've spent a fair amount of my own money on it as well because I feel guilty about keep spending hobby house money on things. With then having to keep thinking about this making money so I can pay Joe next month and pay my bills next month, whilst having to pay my self-assessments so HMRC aren't chasing me.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's a lot at the moment, and the pressure's high.
And the build is kicking our ass.
The build is, and so we announced to you all. In fact, I'll talk about it now live on air. Fuck it. We announced to you all last week that we wanted to open invite only on the 23rd. I'm going to put an announcement in the Thanes chat later, but that's going to have to move. Because we can't. It won't be possible. I
was losing sleep at the weekend.
Toby suffered the weekend. We've looked at the list of tasks and the list of things to do, and it's not going to be possible to be properly open at that stage. On top of which, we expected an electrician to turn up last week at the end of the week and do all of our lighting. We expected our carpenter to turn up and finish our tables. Our carpenter didn't turn up, but told us he's got an injury. It's quite a bad one. He's recovering. He should be back in soonish, but it means we're going to lose a week or two from him.
Yeah, I mean,
and he does a lot of work in the time that he's here.
Exactly, yeah. And he's been legitimately an absolute trooper. He's the same guy who did the studio, and he spent so much time on his knees that he got some sort of knee infection. And he's been in hospital for 3 days having an IV drip.
Yeah, he's not been in good state, and he's still I'll get back soon. I'm like, please make sure you're well and you're okay, right? And then the electrician just didn't show.
And bear in mind, this electrician I've been trying to get to put these lights in since the beginning of December.
And has given us dates so I spent yesterday trying to find a tradesman to come and do the lighting for us.
And it's not as easy as if we'd booked an electrician, right? And you go, this is what we'd like done. They get to kind of scope out the whole work. They'll get to choose their parts that they want to use and stuff like that, which is as most trades would work. The problem we've got is we've got these 3 jobs, all of which have been started, but are at different stages of completion. And now someone has to come in and be like, well, that's not how I would have done it, but I've got no fucking choice
Right,
now.
exactly.
So it's a bit more of a fucking swine.
We found other things. So we found it's potential today that we've discovered, and I don't know how true this is yet. I need to do research, but the people that came in today to have a look have told us that our circuit boards will not be compliant for public people.
Which means until they're signed off, people can't come in.
Which means, cool. So how much are they going to cost to replace?
Oh, so
probably
£1,200 each.
£1,200 to £1,300 each, and there's 2 of them. So that's a cost we didn't expect. I stood there when he said that in the shop, and I wanted to fucking cry again. I'll be honest. I was like, "What are you fucking talking about? That's going to cost us that per circuit board?"
But every electrician we've spoken to has said something about those boards.
But this is the first time we heard the price.
Yeah, I mean, but the guy
one's told us the price.
The guy yesterday was like, if you pay for the components and we'll just charge you for the fitting and stuff like that. I'm like, well, it makes sense now. If you told me it was like, yeah, so yeah, well, £2,500 for the fuse boards, I'd be like, our electrician quoted us £1,000 to do everything.
Yeah. John's also said in chat that he'll match the next 50, and 10 have been gifted so far. He's matched those 10, so there's 40 more members out there that you guys can gift if you wanted to, and he will match those 4. Well, I say he'll match those 40. That's what he said. I don't want to. So if someone wants to gift another 5 or 10, he'll match that until he's done another 50 as well. So you can gift 1 and essentially be responsible for gifting 2, sort of.
I hope you fly over, John, for Hobby House in the first couple of months if you can, because I'd love to see you play on the wall.
I'd like to see him play on the wall with his free coffee.
With his free coffees and packets of crisps.
Oh, well, you'll have to pay for those.
Let's pay for those. Fuck it. We love you, John. We just don't love you that much.
I fucking do. He knows I do.
Oh no,
he knows I do.
But yeah,
he's one of those people, right? And this goes for so many of them who are in the Thanes as well. And I have this conversation with some other people on occasion, specifically when they turn around to me and they say, I can't afford Thanes anymore. I'm going to have to drop. I'm like, okay. They're like, and some of them will say it's temporary. I'm like, well, then don't drop. And some of them say it's permanent. I'm like, stay in touch, because it's not about the fact that you donate because you get to know people.
Yeah,
there's people in that Thanes chat who I've got to know relatively well, who I've spent a reasonable amount of time with, and if they stop being a Thane, I'll be like, still come and hang out, still come and chat to me because you're a fucking good egg.
Yeah.
John's one of those people who could never spend another penny on the channel, and I still have him over here as a guest.
You take him to your house and be like, you can stay.
He has been to my house.
My bed.
He has been. I've made him dinner.
I like that.
Categorically would, without doubt. Absolutely no doubt at all. So we have got some bits to get through. There's not many super chats to talk about, so that hopefully we won't waffle on for too long. We'll say thank you to Chris Hollander right at the start who gifted a membership. What a legend!
Thank you very much, hero.
Lehman Russ said, "What does the team want for dinner today? My treat." I haven't actually bought dinner with me yet today.
How much do you super chat? Because that's going to dictate what we get.
£5. So you can't have a Five Guys. I really want a Five Guys.
I think we're sharing a meal deal.
Yeah.
You can have the sandwich.
An Aldi
I'll have
meal
the
deal.
crisps.
Okay, we'll go to an Aldi meal deal. You can have the duck wrap,
Yeah.
and I'll have the drink. Done.
Cool. And we'll share the crisps. We'll put a little bowl out on the table. Appreciate the super chat, dude. Thank you.
What a legend. Yeah. What I really want at the moment, if I'm honest with you, and I shouldn't have either, is either a Five Guys or a KFC. I'll be honest.
I could fucking do it.
Yeah. I can't. I don't have the money for it, but I want to.
Yeah.
And I'm also trying to eat better. In fact, the last few days I've just not been eating.
It's like another fucking sad Aldi lunch for us.
I had although when I got home yesterday, I had nothing. Yesterday I lived on 5 cups of tea for the day. And then I went home and Luce did make me a lovely prawn pasta salad.
Prawn pasta, didn't you?
Which I actually covered in a hoisin sauce as well.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Fucking beautiful.
I had
on Sunday, she made homemade kebab meat.
Okay.
It was fucking... And I was like... So I took a bit and I ate it. And she'd put hoisin sauce on hers, which is why we got the hoisin sauce. And I was like... So I grabbed a bit and put some sauce on. And I was like, oh. And then it was all gone.
Yeah.
Did it happen there?
On my barbecue, I've got a one of those rotisserie things. So I make homemade chicken shawarma on that. And then I put it in pita breads, but at the same time, I cut streaky bacon into lardons and I fry it off in maple syrup. So you put the maple streaky bacon and the chicken shawarma in the pita bread. It's fucking dangerous.
I don't cook food because I'm shit at it, but that sounds fucking wonderful.
You and Luce have to come over for some food. Me and Sam love fucking having people over.
We can do that. We're getting to the point now. What day are we on? So in 6 days' time, so next Monday, my I won't be at work. My eldest is 13.
Oh.
He's a teenager. And
he's gonna do that whole fucking Harry Enfield thing.
One of the things I need to do this week is go and buy him his present, which is a phone, because he's that age now.
He wants a phone.
He doesn't want one. He does want one, but he's like, I have so much trust with him because he's so well behaved. He is also peak autist, right?
Yeah.
So when you say to him, you can't do this thing, he will not fucking do that thing.
Yeah.
And then if mum says to him, you can't do this thing, right? He'll go, I can't do that thing. And then I'll say, oh, you can do this. And he'll be like, I can't. Mum said I can't. I'm like, you can. No, Mum said I can't. I'm like, no, I'm Dad, I'm telling you can. And then he'll go up to Luce and he'll be like, Dad's just told me I can do this thing. Can I do this thing? She's like, yeah, if Dad says you can. He went, but you said I can't. He's so fucking black. So there's a lot of trust there, right? So when we you don't install social media apps on your phone at 13, he won't.
No.
He just won't. And I know he won't. But he's now at a stage where he wants to go and do things.
Yeah.
Go and visit other mates and stuff. And I'm like, cool. I want you to have something with you so that
if there's a problem, you can.
And we're not categorically. I'm not turning his location services on permanently. But if he's got the option to turn it on because he's got lost, I can then go and find him.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't want him. When I was 13, we didn't have phones really at that point.
My mum was just like, when the lamp comes on,
right.
Go home.
I would go and explore. And one of the greatest things about going exploring at 13, 14 years old is no matter what you fucking got up to, no one knew.
Yeah, you could throw milk at a woman.
You could throw milk at a woman. You could do that.
I didn't throw the milk, but I had to run away when one of my friends did. You know when the milkman used to like that, he knocked on the door and I thought he was taking someone's milk. I was like, can't do that. He just turned him in his face. It ran so fast.
So I want him to have the option if he needs to, but I don't want him to feel like Big Brother's watching because I want him to go and be a child and explore the world. And
what sort of phones are you going to get?
iPhone.
Fair.
Because you can pick up like a second-hand refurbished one for a few £100s.
Yeah.
Because he'll probably drop it and break it and whatever. That happens. But also because of the way our family are Apple snobs.
Yeah.
So I have iPhone. Luce has iPhone.
They use iPads.
We've got iPads. We've got Apple Music, Apple TV, the Find My Friends kind of tracking system and all that kind of stuff. So it just and the other thing we can do with that is we can put parental controls on.
Yeah, for sure.
So we can see what's going on just to be safe because the world's a bit terrifying. So Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so he's now getting to a point where we've started leaving him in charge at home of his younger brother, who's 8.5. Right, they're both very responsible little kids. We've on Tuesday, I went and picked Luce up from her thing because the weather was shit and it was going to take her an hour and a half to get home on the bus.
Yeah.
It was a 12-minute drive for me, so I was like, "Do you want to get the bus for an hour and a half? We just come pick you up." She was like, "Oh, you got to put the kids in the car," and I was like, "No."
No, we don't.
So
James.
So you put the latch on and you say to my eldest, "I'm going out to pick Mum up. I'll be about half an hour. Don't answer the door." Simple as that.
Any problems, phone me.
If the fire alarm goes off, get outside.
Take the dog.
But Luce does annual fire drills with them anyway.
Oh, okay.
So they know what. So she'll even go "What happens if there's a fire on the stairs and you're upstairs?" We have to open Ben's windows, put a mattress on the conservatory roof, climb out the window. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, that's.
But what that means is that we don't need babysitters. We can come over for food because James can.
We'll do something. We'll sort out a day.
You lot are going mad today. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Is it for now? All right. You've done.
I just think it's really lovely to see such support for me being here. That's. Yeah.
It is. Thank you, Lehman, for the $5. You're a hero. Thank you, Callum Prickett, for 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, Callum, I think you would really enjoy the next time you go to KFC and order your food, you travel back in time so that not only is it what it cost in 2003, but you also get the free Viennetta that you used to get with a family feast meal.
I love a Viennetta. I've not had a Viennetta in years.
Again, like everything, shrunk, but still tasty.
Yeah, I like a mint Viennetta.
Oh, a mint Viennetta.
Yeah,
okay.
I've not had one of those in a very long time.
You've had a coffee one. That's an interesting one.
I haven't, no, but I'm a massive coffee fan. So
I'd never fucking guessed.
Thank you, Sean, for the $20. He says, rare Tuesday from home these days. So here you go. Here's some dollars for me to throw at you as you dance. Back on the hobby train on this end, though. Heresy Ultramarines are go. Looking forward to touching you soon.
I don't like being touched. But
I
would like to see your Heresy Ultramarines.
will more than happily be touched by Mr. the Stick Monkey.
Okay. Is Mr. the Stick Monkey the person who controls the internet?
Yes.
We have an internet problem.
He's also... We don't.
Landing page.
Yeah, that's not a problem. We can live without it.
Yeah.
Well, I also have the problem where I want to turn off the password.
Oh, yeah.
And our current internet monkey doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Well, he doesn't know how to fucking brush his teeth. Thanks for leaving me with him tomorrow, by the way. I really appreciate that.
Sean's another one of those people that I'm like, friend for life, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. What a hero. Thank you for the $20, man. I'm 100% trying to stick to New Year, New Army at the moment for 40k because I want to do that. And I did most of a test model yesterday, essentially, right? Which I think looks okay.
That's cool.
It's not as nice as I would like it to be, and I've got some work to do on it, but I think it looks okay. And I think I can get that smashed out maybe by the end of the month, looking at the fact it's already the 13th. I've got at least 2 more hobby streams, so at the speed I've done, that's 2 more models done. So I've just got to find time to do 2 more. I can probably make it work. But what I really want to do at the moment is I want to spend some time and build my own Heresy army. I'm not going to start it. Categorically, I haven't got the time. I haven't got the capacity. I haven't got the fucking energy. And I haven't got the patience. But that's what I want to do at some point. So maybe after the shop is launched and we get into normal operating and it calms down a little bit, maybe I'll start a
Yeah, I mean,
Dark Ages Heresy
what I'd
force.
really like to do would be like an escalation league for Heresy, where you start with like 750 points, and then every 6 weeks you can up it, because that's an achievable amount. And I think learning the game at the same time is better to learn with a smaller force than it is trying to put 2,000, 3,000 points on the table.
I love Ultramarines, but I don't like 30k Gullyman, I'll be honest. I don't hate him, I just don't love him.
I mean, I'm almost certain that we're about to see fucking a new 30k Gulliman.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon we might even see a 40k Gulliman at the same time.
I
imagine that if they fucking drop.
I can't see it. I can't see them replacing 40k Gullyman, I'll be honest.
He's just... It looks like someone shrunk his head.
When you look at the other Primarchs, the 4 demon ones and the lion, Gulliman's probably the worst for me.
I don't know why for one of the more regal Primarchs, who was all about sort of structure and things like that, why he doesn't have this fat off fucking cloak and a more stoic pose to me is
the lion for a
insane
non-demon Primarch. The lion is perfect.
The lion's great.
Absolutely
Lion's
perfect.
absolute favourite. Absolute favourite Primarch model. Absolute favourite.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of Angron.
Angron's my favourite demon Primarch.
I'm a huge fan of Angron. I think I probably would say Lion's my favourite over him, though.
I would. Oh yeah. So for me,
And actually, although I'm not a huge fan of Death Guard, I really like Mortarion. I think he's a really nice model.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, like I play Thousand Suns, but my least favourite demon Primarch model is probably Magnus.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And I don't know what's going on with this.
No, quite. Well, thank you, Stefan, for the one gifted. And then it goes mental, right? Thank you, Whitey, for the one gifted. Thank you, Evan, for the one gifted. Thank you, brother Erlen, for the one gifted.
Many
and then
thanks.
John came in with the 100 gifted. No, I lie. 150 gifted.
I mean, I don't really. What do you get for 150? Didn't you already own your children?
Well, then Chapter Master Ballsack, who is also John,
Yeah.
came in with another 50.
Right, so that's 200.
Just
then.
200, right? And he's currently matching everything up to another 50. So by the time he's done, if everyone carries on, he'll be at 250 gifted. So that needs to be a massive hope. The best hope. He's just said 15 to go will match. So if someone gives 10, he'll give 10. Someone then gives 5, he'll give 5. If someone gives 20, he'll probably do 15 because that's what he said.
Yeah, I think, and I wouldn't expect him to do more.
I didn't expect him to do more. I don't expect anyone to do more than 5. And when everyone gives more than 5, I'm blown away. And I think sometimes I don't show it, and maybe that's a problem, and maybe that's why some people are less generous. But I also understand the way the world is right now. But when anyone gives 20, 10, actually, to be fair, when everyone gives 5, I'm like, fucking hell. Because even 5's 25 quid. It's quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, when you consider, like, you know, one gifted now is like the price of, like, a coffee.
Yeah.
But, like, 25 quid, like, that's your Netflix subscription.
It's just unbelievable when people do that. And when people give 25, I'm very, very grateful. I am grateful. And then when people give 10, which is 50 quid, and then 20, which is 100 quid, I'm like, fuck me.
Yeah.
What do we do to deserve
when
that?
someone gives £250, which I don't even want to hazard a guess at how much fucking money that is.
250 members. Well, 250 for 50 members is 250 quid. So what do you think 250 members is? It's 5 times 250 quid, Toby.
It's too much money.
It's too much money.
It's too much money.
It's unbelievable, honestly. I can't.
It's very cool. I mean, so the biggest and bestest hope of all time. This is no fucking pressure, eh?
No.
I hope that when Warhammer World America opens, John, you're invited to be a special guest and you get to put all your heresy armies in displays. And it's the John McCardle exhibition. And you get to do a talk on why heresy's so fucking sick. And then everyone loves it so much, they all stand up and clap. And then Games Workshop go, oh, John, you've been a right legend fucking doing that for us. Thanks so much. For the next 24 months, every heresy product we release, we're going to send you one.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? That's a hell of a hope, actually.
Well, it had to be fucking good for 200.
Well, there's more that he's gifted, but I think he's had a hope now. That's good enough.
Oh, cool.
Thank you for that. You're a legend. Thank you, Lehman Russ, for $5 more. Toby, what if your Warlord gets back up? Do you get kill Warlord, slay the Warlord again? So, like, Angron comes back to life, doesn't he? So if you kill Angron, you get slay the Warlord for 5 points.
You'd lose.
Is it? Do you? I'll tell you how we fix that problem. You score at the end of the game.
Yeah. I mean, narratively, to me, I'd be like, I killed Angron. Turn 2, I've killed Angron. Fucking great. Oh, fuck. Turn 4, he's come back. Well, I guess I haven't technically killed the Warlord.
Right, yeah.
So at the end of the game.
And if you score at the end of the game, then he has to be dead at the end of the game.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah, really
That works.
straightforward.
There you go. Solved. Problem solved. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Also, that's another $5, so now it's a meal deal each.
Well, thank you, Tank Leno, for the $10. Every now and then I try and design a proper hunt for the Fallen scenario, but always fall over in making it interesting for the non-Dark Angel player with some agency and not just move a hidden counter around. That's an interesting problem to solve. Do you fancy taking that one on?
So, hunting the Fallen kind of thing.
Hunt the Fallen is one of the reasons why I fell in love with Dark Angels when we started. So the very first Space Marine I ever painted, I painted it Dark Angels green because Army green. It made sense to me at the time. Didn't know that Dark Angels were green. Had no idea.
Yeah.
And then I learned that Dark Angels were green. And I owned a Dark Angels army. I had full Raven Wing and some Death Wing. And because you had the old 5th edition box set, which had the 3 Raven Wing bikers and the Librarian and the, And I started listening to Dark Angels novella. I listened to the Descent of Angels. And
Yeah.
And the Hunt for the Fallen stuff, I love it. It's fucking cool.
I think one way you could.
It's why I hate the Risen a little bit.
Is that, for example, you could so you might not get Warlord, for example, for points, but the opposing faction could get points for killing the Warlord. So, for example, if the Interrogator Chaplain or the Captain who's in charge of the hunt, for example, he's the person who knows where the Fallen are. If you kill him, that's fine. And what I would do is, rather than moving a hidden counter round, I would say that for each unit you kill, at the end of the game you roll a dice and you score that many D3 victory points. And then you can have a mirrored kind of rule for taking out the Dark Angels. So it kind of works out both ways. So, for example, on a D3, you might get 1 victory point. That wasn't a Fallen. You got 3 points for that one because that was. You found what you were looking for. But in turn, the opponent could get 10 victory points for killing the Warlord because the Warlord's the one who's orchestrating this hunt. So maybe looking at it that way. That's off the cuff. But
Yeah. Maybe this is one that's worth taking some time to.
yeah, I think so. Again,
cool.
the only thing I think about that is you'd have to kind of negate it to be a fact where it's not just someone has to be playing Dark Angels. And if you're playing Dark Angels and you're going against Tyranids, there's probably not someone in a little Tyranid in a cloak like, Luther was great. Do you know what I mean? So maybe a more sort of like an intel hunt scope on it that you can then spit your narrative onto that, and that's your template. That makes sense. I'll have a look at that.
That sounds cool, though. I'm into it. Thank you, Lord of Cinder, for the $2. He says, # can we make Liam cry? I was close. I've composed myself now again.
Really don't want the tears.
Yeah.
That'll be me tomorrow when I can't breathe because of the smell of bad breath.
Can you thank Lord Guinea for being the first to buy my book? Yes. So, Will, who is Ballista, who is a Thane of ours, he has written himself a novel.
Oh.
And he sent me a copy to read, and he wants to sponsor a couple of episodes, so we shout it out. Because I don't like to shout out things I have not tested or tried or whatever. So
What's
I've got
it about?
that. I don't know. He's written a book.
Okay.
It's sort of 40k themed, Warhammer themed.
Okay.
But it's not Warhammer, it's Warhammer themed.
So it's like a sci-fi.
I assume so. I haven't read it yet, so I can forward it on to you if you want to have a scan of it as well.
I would like to have a look.
I'm gonna have a look at some of it. I'm gonna have a dive into a couple of snippets and see what it's like, and then if we like it, we'll shout about it on the channel for you, mate, and get you some hopefully get you some more purchases because I think it's on Amazon Kindle store or something else.
Ooh,
but
very cool.
But Lord of Guinea bought the first book. I'm glad you sold one. There you go. Look at that. I got told ages ago I should write a book.
What sort of book?
I don't. That's the problem. I don't know what the fuck I'd write a book on. People are like, you could write a book on loads. I'm like, but what?
The world via Liam Dempsey.
If I put my brain on paper, no one's following that. So I don't know how that would work. Mrs. Van Holio, thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, Mrs. Van Holio, I hope that you get home today and your partner or friend, who then turns up at your house, turns up with a 5 Guys.
I'm glad you added the F5 guys.
Yeah, not 5 Guys.
Thank you, Nick, for the $5. I'll be brutally honest. While I do feel for you, you're ignoring my quality joke at your pasta story in Thanes earlier took the edge off my sympathy. I wasn't really in the mood for puns. I'll be honest.
Puns.
Pasta puns after I opened up in Thanes and said how I was feeling was not something I was.
I love Thanes, but sometimes if you show weakness, they're like wolves. They're like, this is funny because you've suffered. That's why
Which is mostly why I think they're my people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'll be like, that's mean. As I laugh, like, other people's misfortune is amusing, isn't it? It's delicious. Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm in there. I love it.
Yeah. Then John obviously matched with a 5, but we gave him his mega hope.
Yeah, he's had mega hope.
And then Stick Monkey comes in with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Sean.
Oh, thank you, Sean. I hope that when they create the next G of internet, they skip like 6G and go to SG, and it's like Sean G.
Sean G.
Sean's a G, right? And you've got Wi-Fi named after you, or 3G, whatever you call it.
Love it. And then John matches that with 5 because he's a fucking legend.
Please reverse the video by like 10 minutes so you mega hope again, John. There you go.
Yeah, mega hope. I mean, that was a huge hope.
I thought it was quite good.
Yeah.
I was quite proud of that one.
Scry, thank you for the $5. He says, currently we have a 1,000 to 1,500 points or so of my New Year, New Army Red Corsairs base coated and slowly working through 2 miles of black trim. I mean, if you build it all and then just airbrushed all the reds or just sprayed all the reds, and then you just go, because he said,
really need to learn how to use an airbrush.
Working through, you can come to my house and I'll teach you. It's very easy.
Yeah.
Working through 2 miles of black trim, I will say, for the most part, once you start base coating, so a lot of people do a lot of airbrush work.
Yeah.
And I don't like heavily airbrushed models. I don't like airbrush zenithal highlights. It's just a preference thing. I'm not saying they look bad. I just don't like it. And I don't typically use airbrush for glows and all that kind of stuff. I'm just not a fan. And there's such a risk when you put an airbrush on a model that you've painted to do something that it spits and it fucks it.
Out.
But for base coating miniatures, I won't use anything else.
Yeah, I just use rattle can.
So I go in there, I go black, and that's what I used to do. I used to rattle can black, and then I take it into the house and start painting my base coats on. Yeah. Right. And now I don't. I don't even rattle can. I airbrush base coat black, and then I will always have the air paint color that I'm going to use. Yeah. And I just put a couple of layers of that with the airbrush, and it's just clean, smooth, beautiful.
Yeah, that appeals to me. And
it's so fast. And even I tell you what, I put that true metallic sterling silver in the airbrush. So I'd done them all black. I made a bit of a cock up because I went next door out of my garage to do something, and I had a little bit of black left in the pot, and I ended up taking longer than I thought. When I came back, I put some cleaner through it and it cleared through, and I thought, okay, got away with it. Put the silver in, and on the third or fourth trigger action, the airbrush just blocked.
Oh, Christ.
And I was like, I had this problem with metallic paints before. It's because they got flakes in them and they get stuck in. Fuck's sake. Spent me 10 minutes to clear it, cleared it, and was like, I'm going to persist just in case, because it might have just been a coincidence. I did leave that black in there before. No problems after that. Beautiful for an airbrush. Yeah. Goes on super smooth. I was like...
Really not... What they've done, where they sell... You can obviously buy the paints individually, but to get like the air and the regular paint, the highlight and the wash together, it's a really nice way of doing it, I thought.
Yeah, it's... at the moment, have got very positive things about those sets.
It's very cool.
And I like the fact that if it's like sterling silver, it's written that on every single...
It's like sterling silver base, sterling silver.
Yeah, so it doesn't have like a different name. No. It's not like Mephiston Red and then Evil Sun Scarlet. It's like these are all the. Oh, I missed Lord of Cinder's 50 because of all the 50s, and we haven't given him a hope. Lord of Cinder, thank you for the. It's because it was right after a super chat, and I'm trying to hold it together. Thank you so much for 50 gifted memberships.
Oh, Lord of Cinder, that is a lot of memberships as well.
He's in America Land as well.
In America Land.
Yeah.
So Lord of Cinder.
Maybe you'll get some land in Greenland.
I hope that you get to go as John's +1 to the mega Warhammer World America thing, and they're like, "You seem like a cool guy, Lord of Cinder. What do you play and what do you paint?" You have a conversation with Games Workshop. Now that's cool. That's cool. And then they decide that they're going to sponsor your next 5,000 points. So basically, for every model you buy, they give you another kit of equal value. So if you buy a Baneblade and it's like $100, they give you another $100 in vouchers.
That's quite good.
Right. Up to 5,000 points. So if you decided you were doing Creed...
These are really like nice thought out hopes for the 50 gifted.
That's a fucking lot. Well, you've got to. I mean, you know, they've
like if Joe's here and they gift 50, it's like, I hope you make friends with a camel. That's
Maybe you need to get one of them sort of boxes with the square and the circle and just let Joe play sometimes. Just, you know, put the cubes in the box.
No. He'll break it. Thank you, Cray, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you very much, Cray.
And John obviously matched for 5 gifted memberships.
Yeah. So, Cray, I hope that Viennettas are on buy one, get one free when you go to the next petrol station and it's like $1.99. You're like, 2 Viennettas for $1.99. I'm in. And you get 2 and they're fucking lovely. And I hope you get 2 varieties. You can get like coffee, orange, mint, chocolate, whatever you like.
As dangerous as I look at my pile of potential. Yeah, there you go.
I know, but I wish a Baneblade was only $100. Yeah, I wish a Baneblade was. I think it's about £100 now, isn't it? A Baneblade,
yeah.
If not more.
It's
we got one upstairs. There was one in the delivery. I was like, what the fuck is this box? That's this thing.
Did you get a Baneblade?
We got a Baneblade and a Rogal Dawn.
Toby's been taking.
Oh, it's fucking miserable.
I would call it our first large order, but it's not even that big.
You know what? There was a lot of boxes, but when I unpackaged it, going, how much did we spend on this? And then looking at what's there again, I'm like, okay.
So the order that turned up is 10 grand.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like it. I mean, there's a lot of fucking paint. We still have to go through the paints. You have to do your autist, I'm in my happy place, organise them.
I like organising things.
Well, that can be us in 8 minutes' time.
Well, yeah, maybe. Thank you, Jill, for 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, Jill.
My God, people.
Jill, thank you so much, Jill. I hope for you that next time you go to like your nearest town or village, you go in, you just so happen to go into like an Oxfam shop, and for some reason there's loads of Blood Angels kits, and the old lady who's running the shop's like, "Oh, are you interested, lovey?" And you're like, "Oh, yeah, actually am. Yeah, how much for it?" And she's like, "Oh, well, we were having a fire sale today, so everything's 99p. So you can pick up loads of Blood Angels for like 99p.
I love Blood Angels.
They're very cool, yeah.
Thank you also, John, for matching that 5, of course. Thank you, Nick, for $5. Looking forward to parking in the Acer Valet spaces one day in the John McArdle car park. Yeah.
We're gonna have a bench outside. And people will think John's dead.
But when it's when it says when you like, it doesn't look like it says John McArdle car park, Nick, it's because it says Aldi, but it's the same. It means the same.
Yeah, it's the translation.
You can definitely
in an undetermined language.
You can definitely park in that car park though. That'd be fine. And then we're a short walk away. Thank you also, Chapter Master Bullsack, for $50
$50
for a pink super chat.
A pinky.
Yeah, and he put on that pink super chat. He put 5 guys with a side of KFC.
Oh, is he trying to buy us some dinners?
Yeah,
Aw.
that'd be really helpful when that comes in on the 25th of February.
Oh, I'm going to write that. I'm going to write that on the calendar. We can have KFC today.
Oh, thank you. What people don't realise sometimes of YouTube, right? And I don't mind sharing this information because I think you could probably commonly find it anyway. So the way YouTube works is we work our arse off all month. We do loads of shows, and hopefully you guys donate and are quite generous. Now, John's got 10 more to match, by the way, if you wanted to push him into it. And then what happens is at the end of the month, on the last day of the month, 24 hours after the last day of the month, YouTube says, and all the way through, YouTube goes, this is an estimate of what you've earned.
Yeah.
And at the end of the last day of the month, 24 hours later, it says, this is what you've earned. And sometimes it goes up a bit, sometimes it comes down a bit. But it's normally not far off. It's normally pretty accurate, right?
Unless it's doing one of those things where it's like, refunding members, and you're like, no, my children.
Or like we've had an issue processing data between the 13th and the 14th of January, and so this is currently not showing in your account. You're like, fuckers. Especially if that's one of the good days we've had. You're like, please show it in my account. Please, I want to know. I know.
Look, it is the 13th. Like, please.
That's why I said it. Yeah. You know. So and then 24 hours later they'll go, this is what you've actually earned. Like, cool. And then that doesn't come in until the 25th of the month afterwards.
Right.
So like on the 1st of February, I'll find out how much we earn in January, and I won't receive it till the 25th of February.
It's nice delay there.
It's and at that point, whilst that money hasn't yet come in, YouTube goes back to 0. It goes, got to start again, lad. Off you go.
And that's why the start of the month, I was like, hello, everybody. Here we fucking go again.
Yeah. Anyway, Baron Von Knox, thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, Baron Von Knox. I hope for you, Baron Von Knox, that next time you go to a shoe shop, you pick out a pair of shoes that you like, and they bring them out. And the price that you saw on the shelf, there's actually like some sort of discrepancy, and there's like a 90% off on the box of shoes. So when you take it to the till, if it was like £100 pair of shoes, it's only £10.
Oof, I love those kinds of surprises.
Yeah, where you're like, oh, it's reduced.
Luce has been shopping recently for something, and she took a friend of mine, a friend of ours, I should say, shopping with her, and she picked up an item and went to the checkout. After she decided what she wanted, and the guy scanned it, was like, oh, you're in luck today, it's on sale. She's like, oh, okay, and saved like X number of pounds, right? She's like, oh, cool. And then it was cheaper, so she was like, I'll pick something else up. Went out, found something else in the rack, went back up to the till, and oh, you're in luck today, that's also on sale. Oh, thanks, cool. She did that 3 times, and my mate Sam was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What's happening?
He was like, never happens to me. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for that. Thank you, Chapter Master Bullsack, for matching it. Thank you, Tank the Unknowing, for 5 gifted memberships. He's still doing it. Look at him.
Okay,
thank you, Tank the Unknowing, for 5 gifted memberships.
Tank, for you, I hope that next time you need to replace your mattress, Temper mattresses are on sale. And not only do you get a mattress at 50% off, but they throw in 2 brand new Temper pillows.
I like Temper pillows.
That's probably a quote from the electrician.
Thanks for the information that helps provide me with an understanding of the lighting work. This, together with my discussion on site, the estimated work is remove all redundant cabling, mainly lighting, wire and install 26 light panels, wire and install 22 sockets, estimated for gaming tables, alter the existing power wiring surrounding the shop floor, connect some wiring that has been installed by previous electrician, alter fuse board devices to give suitable RCD protection on circuits worked on, various other jobs which may occur under instruction. Anticipated timescale, 7 days, 2 electricians. I must stress this is an estimated days guidance. All is honest work, and the guys have clock in and clock out app, so all labour is charged based on only time spent on site. And then, guess how much? So 2 days, so 7 days, 2 electricians.
I don't want to know, Liam.
Day rate per electrician.
£350.
£376.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, my God. Exclamation mark gift.
So let's just go 376 times 2 times 7. Only a casual $5,000 he wants. Thank you, Schooner, for 5 Q2 memberships.
Schooner, I hope for you that next time you need a fucking electrician for something, he doesn't fucking ghost you and puts you in a situation where you've got to fucking spend $5,000 on a new electrician.
We haven't got to accept that quote yet. So
He also said 26 light panels, only 16. I'm sure that's going to really bring the quote down, given we've already bought the fucking light panels.
So that's labour parts. No, we'd have to pay for parts, Nick. So anyway, thank you, Scooter, and thank you, John, for matching it. Thank you, MZ, for 5 gifted memberships, and thank you, John, for matching it. Obviously,
MZ, I hope for you that next time you go to a pet shop, they are giving away lion-haired rabbits, and you get to keep one.
Amazing. And finally, Cornet Ed has gifted 5, which John has also matched, and John has said just 5 more to go, and we are fully matched.
And John has completed his trifecta of spending.
He would have then gifted 300 members on his own.
Is that the most anyone's ever given on their own?
That can't be right. That doesn't right. It's got to be less than that.
250?
250 members, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
250 members. I was looking at the numbers over there, and that doesn't make sense.
Who am I thanking this time?
We are thanking Cornet Ed.
Cornet Ed, who loves corn. I hope the next time you do an order from GW, Cornet Ed, you open your box, and within your box is whatever you ordered. And mistakenly, one of the robots that packs for GW has dropped in the new 30k Angron and Notorious Darren into your box.
Amazing. And then thank you, Buckshot 81 for 10 gifted memberships.
Oh, Buckshot for 10 gifted memberships. I hope for you that your local kebab shop decide that they're doing a day in honour of you, and you and your friends and family can all eat for free.
And thank you, Frank's Media, for 5 gifted memberships.
Okay.
David's going to have to keep going.
I'm running dry. Frank's Media, I hope for you that you get a year's supply of your favourite pair of trousers. So, like, you don't need to worry about, like, spilling paint on them or anything like that, because you just got infinite supply for a year. And a year's supply of trousers means that you could, if you wanted, in fact, have a pair of trousers for every single day.
And John gifted the 5 that he promised for fully matched. John's given 250 members.
John, what an absolute legend.
In a day.
What a legend. Don't forget to like the stream, everybody.
250 members in a day from John. Unbelievable.
Like the stream to say thank you to John. Every like is a prayer for John.
Order from Games Workshop. Only we're supposed to order from Hobby House. Yes.
Yeah, well,
if you can in the future.
But I also, that in turn requires that they need to accidentally put an Angron from Forge World and a Ladora Star into our order in order for me to then send it to you.
We also have to be fucking open.
Yeah. I mean, that's
It's not three. How is it 300? Because new members is showing me 370, right? Lord of Cinder gifted 50. John, other people have gifted 50 so that John could match them. That's 100. So 370 minus 100 is 270. So how's he gifted 300? Does that make sense?
Just check your bank, John. How much?
Maths,
well, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
If you take the maths and you think about maths, 250 from John gets you to 250. 50 from Lord of Cinder gets you to 300. Yeah. Another 50 from the people that match John gets you to 350. And we've got 370. That 20 came in from other people.
Yeah.
So
maths.
I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Let's have a look. 50, 150, 200, 250. Yeah, I'm right. I know I'm right because I said it.
Straight facts.
So you could tell me he gifted 300, but unfortunately maths is a thing. And you can't really argue.
Not to discredit you for only gifting 250,
no,
John.
It's insane. It's insane. But when I'm thanking him for 250, I'm not going to be told that I was wrong.
No.
Because it's still insane.
Yeah.
Thank you, Callum, at the end for hashtag make Liam cry. Yeah, it's not that complicated right now, or not that difficult, to be honest with you.
That electrician's had a good go.
That's a lot, isn't it? Do you think that's a lot?
Does he include parts in that? Is that just labour?
That's just labour, mate. Thank you,
So that
Sky.
doesn't include, right? That doesn't include the
RCDs,
potential
the RCBOs.
$2,500 on those and
Aye.
all the fucking cables.
Yeah, but 50. Yeah, I got you, John. I got you back. You're still mad, mate, and I'm still insanely grateful. Like insanely grateful. So don't think I'm any less fuck off.
Me.
I was about to say don't think I'm any less grateful, but you know, now you're right, chat, and I'm wrong.
I don't even.
Sean literally says. So Sean was like, "Yeah, you're right," and then went, "Fuck me."
Well, we can have a really fucking easy day this evening. Playing the fucking mission I've written.
I was part of when I was sat there chatting to Luce last night with the cup of tea and the fucking salty tears. I said to her that
And the sad pasta.
Yeah, and the sad pasta. I said to her that at some point this year, I really want to have an actual week off.
You fucking need to.
And what I mean by that is just a week off.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything. I haven't had that for years. So not without being sick, for example.
Yeah.
Which isn't the same, obviously. John, thank you for 50 more gifted memberships.
What hasn't been said about Mr. John McArdle? If we had any budget left to get the McArdle bench, I would be pushing for it. we may in fact be able to name one of our fuse boxes after you, John.
Yes.
The John McArdle fuse box.
Scry, thank you for the $5. The Lion and Mortarion are gorgeous, but let's be honest, 30k Demon Primarchs are peak Warhammers. Forge or does centerpiece models better.
I love 30k Angron's new model, I just don't like his face.
I think 30k Fulgrim is so much better than 40k Fulgrim.
Oh, 100%, but I would never want to touch it.
Right, and this is my point. As a model piece, as a design piece, 30k Fulgrim all day long.
Yeah.
To take places and play with, fuck that noise.
The resin wings that are basically the size of my arm.
Yeah, right. And then the spear, nah.
Oh, fuck me.
You know who that is?
Yeah, it's this fucking John.
John, have you had some kind of bonus coming or something?
Yeah. Are you that happy that Joe's not here?
Stick funky again. Fucking hell.
Oh my God.
Stop now, mate. Stop.
It's getting out of hand. I'm running so low on gifted ideas. I just have a good life, John. Just have the best fucking life. We're all wrong. No, he's done it again.
Fuck.
It's stressing me out, John.
How do you give better than just have a good life?
I have a fucking great life, John. Stressing me out. Like, it has no impact on my life whatsoever, but it's just... John won in Vegas. Yeah, probably right.
I think Josh has fucking nailed it. Did he go all on black and win? Doubled his money. We don't want to break YouTube again. I fucking do. I think
I
the
hope
hope
doesn't
doesn't
come
come
anywhere, no.
anymore. Yeah.
Have a fucking, once you hit fucking 300 members, you're just getting to have a fucking great life. Is there some sort of gift goal? I mean, today would have been great for me to have been like, I'm going to bust out the fucking servo turret outfit or the frog outfit, but it's too late now. We've already done it.
I don't.
What would you like to see, chat? What would you like? And I'm not dressing up as a fucking uwu person. That's never happening.
No. Jesus Christ. I don't.
The memorial fuse board, 100%.
He just wanted a picture of him in the toilet, which is definitely achievable.
Yeah.
Definitely achievable.
I might print out a picture of his face and stick it on the big Terminator.
Yeah? Have John as the Terminator?
Yeah, just bring it down occasionally.
I'm into that. We need to use it for something.
Yeah.
You don't want to have it on display.
No, it can come out for when he arrives and special events. We can bring out the McArdle Terminator.
Can we, John, can you send me, like, have you got like a work-based, like, you know, the side-on head profile shots that you get?
Yeah.
Everyone uses on their LinkedIn profile. If you can send me that, I'm going to get no less than 3 of them printed and framed, and they're going to be hung on each toilet door.
Yeah.
Just so that whenever anyone in Hobby House is having a crap, you can see John.
Can you send 3 motivational like like Obama or whatever style quotes that we can have like we can get the signage company to print them, put them underneath the fucking thing. Like
Messiah says topless stream on a bathtub. Oh, wrong stream. Sorry, mates. I mean, if you want that, I could do that.
it'd be a lot more than members for me to even consider that.
Ballsack is my profile picture. Hey, what? Use the chapter master's profile pic. I mean, if you can send me that photo, I will put that on toilets for a giggle, and my investors might be like, "What are we doing here?"
I mean, I question it. Maybe we put them on the staff toilets.
All toilets, all of them,
toilets.
throughout the whole building. Every shitter is a John shitter.
I just want John McArdle quotes like embossed onto walls in certain places. You know, like
Five guys with a side of KFC.
Yeah, or if you're not playing Heresy, you're rubbish.
Yeah,
things like that.
Is that a quote?
I don't know. John, just type that in chat now, then I can say it's a quote.
Yeah. Okay. John's face should be on the in-store vouchers. Can we, when you're doing your latte art?
Yeah, McArdle.
Make John's face
Fucking
with
hell.
milk. The top of the coffee.
Fucking challenge, wouldn't it?
I reckon we can do that. I reckon we can achieve it. I don't have words for it.
If we bought a 3D scanner, we could scan images of John, and then we could print John McArdle Space Marine heads.
Yes.
Can you imagine that?
I think there's a market for that.
Well, yeah.
I think there's a market for that. I don't have words, honestly.
McArdle bucks is what we should call hobby house vouchers. McArdle coins.
He's what a legend.
Absolute
what an absolute
hero.
fucking hero. Funding me and the good people at Google.
Someone at YouTube's like, oh, Liam's done all
I
right
don't have anything I can say about it. So, are we talking about the topic yet, or are we? So we did early on in the stream. So we covered the topic. We also read out our custom mission that we're using tonight, and our custom mission is not only being used tonight, but will be available to members to download for free in the Discord server after tonight's stream. So you can look forward to it. It's a cool little mission Toby's written, and we're just kind of trying to write some cool narrative stuff now. Use them if they work. We'll provide them for you guys to play around with and have a go with if you want to.
Yeah, and I say the idea is a framework. So like we can put V1 in the Discord, and if you guys can go and play it and actually we tried this worked, that wasn't quite so sure. We tried like this. We can always just amend the PDFs.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to provide more of those because I live in a slight fear that in 11th edition it's going to be not too dissimilar to 10th edition, and we'll have cool new chapter approved mission decks every 12 months and an update in tournament stuff and cool. But for those narrative people out there who want to just chill out and play and muck about, there's not a lot for you. Just play Prior Access. Well, I don't want to play Prior Access. I want to play something fun. Tough. So I'm going to try and plug that gap, and I'm not very good at writing things like that. And then Toby wrote that one, and it's brilliant. So
I have some uses.
You do, yeah.
Fill in for Joe.
Yeah.
Paint the terrain.
Empty the crying bucket.
Empty the bucket. Mop the crying floor.
Yeah.
Count the GW fucking paints.
Thank you, John, for $20. He says, speaking of toilets, we went out to a Golden Steer in Vegas and ate 102-ounce beef in one sitting between 5 people.
I mean, I've eaten 40 ounces of steak on
Well, that's
my own.
20-ish ounces each.
That's easy. That's easy. I've knocked back 32 40-ounce steaks. I mean, I was a fat bastard.
32 40-ounce steaks? That's a lot of 40-ounce steaks.
Yeah, fuck it. I was
32 of them? Jesus Christ.
I was a big lad. I fucking love a steak. Love a steak at the weekend now, I think.
Oh, yeah. I might go get one for the air fryer in a minute.
I just don't think it's the same.
Can't you just pimp out Toby for John? For
No,
what?
I'm not being pimped out. I'll be heresy friends.
Toby's contract for Hobby House does in fact say anything directed by company directors as for the benefit of the business. You signed it. Someone talks a lot of shit.
I just don't think a fucking 32-ounce steak or a 40-ounce steak is actually that bad.
You better come to LBO then we'll test those claims. There you go.
That's fine. Fine. Bring me over, John. I'll come and I will eat the steak. Medium fucking rare.
John's calling out. He thinks you're bullshitting him on 32 40-ounce steaks.
I haven't eaten 32 40-ounce.
That's what you said.
A 32 240.
That's not what you said. You said 32 40-ounce steaks.
If I eat 32 40-ounce steaks, Liam, I will be in fact dead.
any other duties as required. Exactly that. Exactly that. It's in the contract. I know it is. I wrote it.
Great. Lovely.
Thank you, John, for one gift.
32 ounce steaks. I used to eat them regularly. That is what I would have when we went out because we used to get like a 50-ounce sharing steak between me and Samantha, and she's about the size of a fucking small cat. So
she's not very big.
She'd eat like 8 ounces, and I'd be fucking happy with the rest of that.
I'm very hungry now.
I'm fucking so hungry.
What I've eaten since this morning is some Sour Patch Kids strawberry flavour sweets, and that's all I've had.
And you've had a good dose of fear and anxiety.
Yeah, I've had 2 cups of tea and a cup of coffee.
I'm so fucking hungry.
I've also had my creatine.
Oh.
Yeah, daily creatine, obviously. These are American ounces, not those pansy metric ounces. That might be a difference then.
There could be a difference, John. I don't know how much that is. I'd have to do the conversion.
Are they different?
I don't know. I thought ounces was ounces. How many grams?
Yeah, what is it
Was
in
it
real
in
money?
grams? He can't even handle a tiny bit of cake. The difference is I have lost nearly 7 stone since 2024. So I would eat a lot more back then.
I'm a 300-pound Midwesterner, and 32-ounce steaks are massive. I call bullshit as well.
32-ounce steak.
Maybe American ounces and UK ounces
Maybe they are
different.
I don't know. I've only been to America like when I was a kid.
But what is it in real money? What is a 20-ounce American steak in English money? That's the numbers we should be using.
What does ChatGPT say?
I had a big bowl of stew, 2 orange for nobody. Oh, just under a kilo. What's a kilogram in our ounces?
1 US ounce is the equivalent to basically 29 grams.
Right.
So, I mean, that's that's a lot. So,
Are we
102 ounce in grams? It's nearly 3 kilos of steak. That's 2,891 grams.
okay?
But let me go. Let's say 32 ounces, right? Yeah, easy. A kilo of steak. I've done that. I've done it when I was a fat bastard. I haven't tried recently, but I can do 20 without fucking any problem. So what's another 12?
Well, I mean, I often order 16-ounce steaks
Yeah?
and don't feel like they're big.
Exactly my point.
But
2 of them?
I have had. There's a restaurant that does like either 10 or 12 ounce, and you can order double, and I've done that.
Yeah.
Double steak, add fried egg, add scampi, add peppercorn sauce.
Yeah, I mean,
Eat.
I always used to order the bigger steaks, firstly because I was overweight and didn't know how to limit myself. But I can't fucking stand when you get a bit of steak and it looks like someone's like just got a cheese grater and scraped the top of a bit of cow. I'm like, I want it. I want the girth.
Thick with 3 Ks.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, chat. Toby wants the girth.
I can't see that ever coming to bite me on the backside, can you, Jack? Can you?
Show him what I sent you after stream. He says shit talker. He's not happy about this. He's actually sent me a video of this steak.
I'm not saying I could eat 102 ounces, John, just to be clear. But if that works out at like...
Right, okay. I'm slowly but surely on Toby's side. That doesn't look like a lot of meat.
Let me have a look.
It's just a big bit of meat each. It
So,
doesn't.
so that's just like 20 fucking ounces each. That's nothing. I have that when I go to Miller and Carter.
Oh, I want to go to Miller and Carter. It's right up the road.
Is there?
Yeah.
Do you reckon we can be back in time?
Maybe. Should we have a work dinner? Oh, I can't afford it anyway.
We can on the 25th of February.
I mean, it looks beautiful, but
It looks nice, but it's
I'm
not.
kind of now looking at that, and I know how much meat I eat, and I'm like, yeah, that's easy. Also, when he came to my house and I made him dinner, I made him steak, right?
Yeah.
And he cut all the fucking fat off and didn't eat it. So I'm like, have you even eaten the whole steak? Did you even eat all of it?
You have to. You cook the steak fat down to render it so the fat goes nice and crispy and juicy. Best bit of the fucking steak.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have the crispy fat.
50 ounce porterhouse. Porterhouse is the best cut. Well done.
Right, anyway, We're over now because John's amazing, and I wanted to hang on a bit longer because he gifted mad amounts of members. He also trying to snipe Messiahs put me on 521, which gives me an itch. So, but thank you. I can't say anything but just thank you. I don't.
Okay, I'm taking all the gifted back. No, John!
I'll message you privately in a minute, mate, but it's unbelievable. It's insane, and I can't... It's made this week better, I'll be honest, because I can relax a little bit this week, which is important because Hobby House is currently kicking my fucking ass.
Yeah, retweet.
And it's fine, and it'll be okay, and we'll get it open, and it'll be amazing.
I just like to give the caveat of like not opening is not down to us being like, oh, we just want longer. Like it legitimately, like the trades things that need to be done have thrown a bit of a spanner in the works. That aside, I still think we would have been to the wire, and so much time, effort, and passion has gone into the project. Like even since I've been like part of the team, we've come so far with it. I'd rather it be right. I think that's really important. You know.
Yeah, I agree. Liam Russ, thank you for the one gifted. Yeah, I agree. So it does take a little bit of pressure off this week, which means I can be slightly less concerned about the business and slightly more concerned about this business and slightly more concerned about getting Hobby House up and running. It doesn't help that Joe's had catastrophic vehicle issues at the same time. So he was supposed to be here for Liam and Joe's show today. Toby could have kept working downstairs.
I mean, good job I didn't because we're fucking flying.
Of course, yeah. And then and then I've had to come in and I've had to play tonight because he's not available.
Because I was meant to be playing Joe and you were meant to be Deck, right?
Yeah, and I booked Thursday off to try and have an evening at home to chill out, and now I'm in because
unless
he gets his car fixed tomorrow, which is possible. So and if that's the case, then we'll be all right. But
God, Liam and Russ got you off the icky number.
He did. You're a legend. Josh got me to 525 gifted. Thank you for the extra 4 gifted, man. You're a hero. What a legend. Someone give one to make it an odd. No, please don't.
No, don't.
Please don't do that.
You can give one, but not until 7:30. And that starts us again.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm going to talk about members too much tonight, I'll be honest.
That's probably fair.
I don't think I need to.
No.
So we normally we aim for around 700 a week, right? Because there's 7 shows. And it's better if it's a bit over for each one. We get closer to 800-900 because that's the nice numbers for the end of the month. And for this stream alone, because of John and Lord of Cinder for that matter, and everybody else who took part in his
everyone's part of the jigsaw puzzle, right?
Everyone's part of the jigsaw puzzle. We're now at 525 members for today's show alone.
So, I mean, with what you did yesterday, we do a few tonight. The week might be done.
Well, yesterday was 40.
Okay, maybe we do a few tonight then.
So, it wasn't great last night. People don't like watching painting shows. Well, no, maybe they don't. It's not they don't like watching it. It's just they don't engage as much on painting shows because it's the top of my head and a paintbrush.
I find painting shows are better when it's 2 people painting because someone's always talking. You're having a conversation rather than having to focus on the chat as well. Also, just a quick caveat: if you've been gifted a members day, don't forget to get into Discord.
Get into Discord. You get your free rules.
Free rules, yeah,
and amongst other things.
There's all sorts of fun and
discount codes and all sorts of stuff in Discord, and there's lots of people in Discord chatting away. And the Reverend's trying to bring back Saturday night hobby night hangouts, so look out for those. There's lots of things going on. I'm going to do some work this year to try and improve Discord a bit because it got a bit neglected last year. And I want to kind of revitalise it a little bit. So you're all amazing human beings. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today on the Liam and Toby show. John, I love you. I love everybody who turns up, let alone donates. Because if you can't afford to, I don't want you to feel like we're not grateful for you as well. If you've turned up, if you're a subscriber, if you've hit that like button for us, if you've chatted and chat without spending a penny, we still love you. But thank you to everybody who's donated today, and thank you.
Hopefully we'll see you all this evening.
Hopefully we will see you all this evening for another show at 7:30. It's Toby and I playing his narrative mission. I have no idea. What I want to do is take Dark Angels because I'm currently into them, but I also feel like if I put 15 Deathwing Knights on the table again, chat's going to be like boring and off.
I mean, considering that I was planning on running basically all Gravis with no invuns, it'll be a very quick game.
Yeah. Yeah. Mental health is important. Hopefully you're in a better space now. I'm all right, mate. I'll be okay.
We got Liam. We've a support network. We're building it out of currently cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
and I'm now calling them cardboard snakes.
They're fucking everywhere as well.
Fucking so many cardboard snakes.
I'll be all right, mate. Thank you. I appreciate you, but I'll be fine. So look out for that tomorrow at 7:30. Obviously, tomorrow we've got the Warhammer show at 7:30, and then Thursday we're back with another daytime show. Joe may return, he may not, and then there's another live game in the evening. It's Paddy versus Tom, and I'll probably be decking. And then on Friday, After Dark's a bit different this week, and I say every time I change something, I say it on every single stream up until the change,
And then no one turns
and then we get to the day, and someone goes, "Oh, I didn't know the stream was earlier." It's changing on Friday. Games Workshop's doing a preview show.
At an actual decent English time.
They're doing a preview show at, I believe, 7:30 UK time.
Oh.
Which means I'll go live at 7:15 UK time. So we can do a live reaction to the preview show at 7:30, and then maybe do another hour afterwards, and then the show will be done, and that'll be the week. But look out for Friday. It'll be an earlier show because of the preview show. Right? There you go. I've said it.
Does that mean tomorrow's stream's going to be your predictions?
I don't have predictions because I don't. I'm really bad. I don't keep up with what the fuck's going on.
That's fair.
So someone was like, "I predict it will be this." I'm like, "Based on what?" Well, there was this video and this video. There was this little thing in this video, and there was this little thing in it. It's like people. I sat here today and said I really want Ravenwing in 11th edition, and I got some blurry screenshot images sent to me of a man with like a thing on his chest in one of their videos that had a Ravenwing symbol on it. I was like,
"But what does it all mean?"
I was like, "Right."
Custodes on Friday. It's going to be in it, John. It's going to be fucking big boy Heresy Custodes release.
Do you think they'll be usable with 40k?
Maybe no. I don't know. Custodes in 40k are in a weird place. They need vehicles. If we get like plastic Telemon and plastic like dreadnoughts with the shield and stuff, whatever you call them, and like the flying dudes, that'd be so fucking sick. I'd love them to refresh the Custodian Guard kit. I know it's not that old, but I do think it could do with being a bit chunkier now that everything's kind of scaled up a little bit.
We have had a donation on PayPal with a quote, I won't say the name unless he wants me to, that says, "Go have a steak dinner on me," of £100. So, food?
I mean, I won't say no.
I got this out because I needed to do the little button so I could turn the show off. There we go.
I reckon we might see new Tartarus Terminators as well, John, Friday, because we've got Cataphracti.
I don't think we'll see anything. So I think we'll see some of the new Red Corsair stuff, some additional Red Corsair stuff.
Yeah,
maybe they'll show off the rest of it.
They'll show off the command squad and the book.
Yeah, and I don't think we'll see much else 40k. So all the Ravenwing things and stuff like that people are excited about, I don't reckon we see that until the 11th edition stuff starts, but I might be wrong.
Well, realistically, like when you... Oh, we need to fucking stop talking.
How cool would it be, by the way, if... And I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this, but how cool would it be, by the way, if the 11th edition box set was a throwback to that old Dark Angels box set with the Chaos, with the
Dark
Crimson Slaughter?
Vengeance.
Yeah. And they did a rehashed new Primaris version of that.
Yeah, that would be very
I
cool.
actually think that'd be fucking sick. I'd be well into that.
That would be wicked. That'd be great. Like a new Hellbrute as well, like a upscaled Hellbrute.
So they got all the old characters, but they've made them all new Primaris versions. That fucking box was great. Right, you lot are amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, Messiah, thank you for becoming a member. Get yourself in Discord. Thank you so much for joining us, you wonderful human beings. You are amazing. You're all incredible.
526, which is actually going to fucking... Liam's re-triggered now. Thanks, chat. I've got to deal with that for the next 3 hours.
I love you lots. You're incredible. Hopefully we'll see you tonight at 7:30 for the live game of 40k. If not, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.